What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2 and my new player progression playthrough in 2020. Now, we have finally hit 3,900 champion score, which means Chaos 6 is now unlocked for us. Now, we've got quite the grind ahead of us, as we do have a ways to go to get Chaos 7 unlocked. 5,300 champion score is our next goal. Now that you have access to Chaos 4 and Chaos 5 shards, two shards that can really take you up to the next step, besides the obvious, like Chaos 4 defense rate is going to be huge for you, Chaos 3 deadly strikes is going to be huge for you. If you're using the original 4 heroes, one thing, or two things actually, two different shards that will really take your Earth Shatter, Poison Dart Tower, Petrify combos all the way up to the next level, is first off, in Chaos 4, you're going to have access to Earth Toss, which is going to turn your Earth Shatter Tower into an AoE tower, basically, and it's also going to give it a knock-up effect. Now, knock-up, remember, is also considered a stun, and this is giving you free CC, plus it's expanding your normal hits to an AoE fashion, making your Petrify combo much, much more valid. Now, on that same note, one in Chaos 5 is Explosive Poison. Explosive Poison is kind of hot and cold throughout the course of the game, but one thing is for sure is it will indeed increase the effectiveness of your Petrify combo, because there's just going to be more enemies poisoned. So the more enemies that are poisoned, the more enemies that are going to get hit with the earth damage, and those two shards are really going to take your Petrify combo up to the next level. However, we are hitting Chaos 6, and as we know, every Chaos tier is going to give us a brand new enemy, and in Chaos 6 we now have the Hex Thrower. Now, one thing that can be said about the Hex Thrower is they will hit you from the moon. They have the most ridiculous range out there, and basically it's a fancy javelin thrower that also has a curse. So we've got the Hex Thrower is our newest enemy. It's a ranged mob, and it will target your walls. We'll get into that in just a moment. Now, if we look at the additional Chaos enemies that are coming along for the ride, we've got the Vanguards from Chaos 1, which is those projectile frontal shields. We've got the Geode from Chaos 3, which is that projectile reflect shield, the Berserker Ladywork from Chaos 4, and then the Assassins from Chaos 5. So this means we want to stay away from our projectile defenses, and we're going to be going back to traps and auras, or any AoE defense, like a flamethrower or those Earth Shatter Poison Dart Towers, if you have them sharded appropriately. Just for ease, I'm going to stick with the Flame Auras, as that's kind of just what I do. I love me some Monkage. And of course, we're going with Defense Rate, Deadly Strikes, and Destruction in a Chaos 5 Flame Aura Relic. Now, you see I found one with Proactive Traps. I could go with Traps right now. It'd be pretty dang good. But I was mainly looking at that anti-melee servo. And then we are going to have flyers, of course, so destruction and defense rate in some Skyguard towers. Sadly, I don't have really anything else to go with that. Let's do that and at least get a little bit more crit damage out of it, even though it's not much. But basically, for this run, we are going to focus on Flame Auras and hiding our walls. Let's go ahead and hop right on in and get one of these maps fired up. Alright, so for my first Chaos 6 run, I have chosen the Dead Road, Chaos 6, and one of the reasons I chose the Dead Road is we just got some really, really nice long lanes, and that allows us to get our walls way back away from those Hex Throwers. Now, one thing to note is the Hex Throwers are Javelin Throwers by default, which means their bolts will pierce, so although we want to either put our walls way, way back, or use line of sight to help protect our walls, we don't want to get them to a point where a javelin thrown at a wall is going to pierce and hit our core. So like for this lane, even though it's just not back very far, I am just going to go ahead and choose to stay right here in between these trees, and that at least is going to make the Hex Thrower come out. Now over on this lane, I can go back a little bit further. I'm going to come way back here, as if they throw at the wall here, it's not going to cause any harm. as it's going to land back behind here on the ground. Now here on the cemetery lane, it is always going to be skeletons, so I am just going to go ahead and spawn camp that lane, and we'll just throw 2 walls right like so. Now, over here, we've got a very unique opportunity. First off, we've got the core, which is really, really close. The sub-objective, we don't want to go ahead and wall it down here, but we can give our wall a little bit of line of sight protection against those hex throwers by going like right here behind this tree. So if we come up here and look, that's going to force the hex throwers. Actually, I could go forward a little bit more with it. But any hex throwers that come out, it's going to force them to come down and come around the tree to get line of sight on my wall. I can go just a little bit further forward, I think would be perfect. So let's go ahead and sell it. We'll just move it up just a tiny bit. So now when we're looking here, as far as line of sight coming down the lane, the hex thrower is going to have to get to like here before it's going to get any line of sight on my wall, and that's going to help out quite a bit. And then on this lane, the problem we have in this lane is if we go back too far, we're just going to cause shots to hit the core. So I'm still going to go forward to about right there, and hope that holds it up. So now, as you see, we've got 1,040 DU left, and we are back to Flame Aura spammage. So we're going to go ahead and spam those Flame Auras just all the way up the lane. Remember, we are going to have Lady Orcs, so I'm expecting there to be Lady Orcs beating on my wall. I do want to make sure I have plenty of damage on the wall. Now, in this particular instance, you just have to make sure you've got Flame Aura coverage where the Hex Thrower is going to be stopped in throwing. So if you have to leave a gap to get your Auras covering the whole lane, leave a gap in the middle, leave some defense on your walls, and then make sure that there's plenty of upfront damage here where those hex throwers are tossing from. That way you know you're going to have that area covered. And I'm going to just go absolutely all the way up on these lanes just to make sure we are all the way up to the spawn. Now, exact same thing here with one exception. We want to make sure we're giving a little assistance to the flyer lane that's going to come out here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw 2 auras right up front to hopefully assist with those flyers. And just to make sure we've got those flyers covered, I'm going to go ahead and throw a sky guard right here as well. Now let's see. From there, I think we can just go ahead and spam it on out. So let's go ahead and spam these up the lane. Here we can go with a double. Get a little double whammy there. And I think right about there is probably a fair point. I think the hex throwers will make it out that far. And then what can we do on this side? We're going to have to keep going up the lane a little bit. And we can actually fill it in there and still have a nice bit left over for this far lane. Now over here, we know this is always a skelly lane. We're also going to have flyers here. And I want to give a little bit of help to this flyer lane. So I'm going to throw a Flame Aura right about here. That's going to hit the flyers, but also hit the ground lane here. And then we'll go with, a Flame Aura there, and just another right there on the wall. And then that's going to leave me enough room just to spam this one, basically, all the way up as far as we can go. 10 DU left over, I'm just going to eat it. And let's see how Wave 1 treats us here. I anticipate it will go very smooth. Chaos 5 is definitely one of the roughest transitions in the game. Once you get through Chaos 5, getting into Chaos 6 and then getting into Chaos 7 is just substantially easier, as the assassins are the biggest challenge. They come in Chaos 5, and then, of course, having those tough-hitting cyborgs, which if you're using any sort of, ground trap or aura spam build like this, the cyborgs are just going to be mean. You see, that guy made it out pretty far, actually. Woo! I think I may have blown myself up there. I'm not 100% positive. Now, I'm worried about these hex throwers pushing down this left lane. They are getting all the way out here. I think some upgrades are definitely going to be in order here on this lane. See, we're about to lose a wall over here. Let's go ahead and get some repairs on that. I think we're just going to need upgrades all the way around. Really, for a first wave in a new tier, it went pretty darn smooth. So I believe just a full round of upgrades, really around the entire map, I think, is going to get the job done. Now, luckily on this map, we do get a really nice amount of defense, or mana each wave. Well, let's see. Let's try to hit everything once. See if that's even realistic. I don't think it will be. Try to hit at least all of the auras once. We're not going to have anywhere near enough to hit all these auras once. There is no way in hell. Unless there's just a truckload of mana sitting somewhere. Here, I think I'll just get the one at the wall. And you know what? I'll get that flyer one too, just to be safe. Let's get ups on all of these. And that's not going to leave me much for this lane. And I really think... Let's see. We've got hex throwers in both of them. But I think here we would get the biggest benefit, because we'd also be working on those flyers. So we'll definitely do this area next. We got a boss coming from where? The far lane. It's going to be a siege roller, so we're going to want to make sure we're taking advantage of that. We still shouldn't have any problems with the siege roller just healing through the lane. Now, I've had terrible luck with the hero-related shards, so I'm still on the Huntress. I do really enjoy playing the Huntress, but just for effectiveness, I would probably have switched over to the monk by now if I had a crane stance shard. But I still haven't gotten a crane stance shard yet on this account. So I do want to just stay on the Huntress, as I do enjoy playing her. I like the pew-pew. Now this lane is just getting tore up. Holy crap, man. Keep some repairs going there. Looks like this wall is getting hit again. It's just down to more upgrades. Getting more upgrades here is just going to really close the deal. I want to make sure that this area is going to be safe before I head off and start dealing with that siege roller. These hex throwers are mean, man, I tell you. Let's go ahead and get a repair going there, and then we'll get over here to Siege Rollerville and start working on that guy. Just gonna get as much damage into him as I can until he gets on the wall. Of course, when he gets down to the wall, then I'm gonna spam repair the wall. Actually, I think I'm gonna, well, on second thought, I thought I was gonna be able to kill him before he got to the wall, but roller rocket to the face will keep that from happening. So let's see, still plenty of room. I think we're still just gonna be able to repair through any roller damage without any issue. There we go. We actually got it done. Ooh, and a bow. It's not that big of an upgrade as far as hero damage goes. And it would take away from our hero health. So I think I'm just going to keep the same bow for now. I mean, obviously that's one that I'll equip for champion score. But hopefully I'll get a better one here. Alright, now let's see. This lane didn't get enough upgrades. So let's go ahead and get upgrades over here. Really just all the way around, I think. We've got those already. We got 514 left. Now, we did have a lot of action right here, so let's get these front four upped. And then this lane, I believe, we can just do as many as possible. There we go. That's looking pretty good. We got, what? We got Gribs this time. And then we've got a captain over here, so we're going to keep an eye out for them. But really, altogether, the more upgrades we get in now, the smoother this entire rest of this map will go. Now, Wave 3, the assassins are going to be here, being, you know, exceptionally irritating, of course. Let's see. Everything is doing pretty good so far. We got a nice bit of stopping power going up here now with those additional upgrades. So that hopefully will burn through those hex throwers enough that where that wall won't be taking quite as much damage. Because that wall has been getting chewed up. In fact, I might focus even more upgrades right there. That wall and then this wall. Now what is it that's been thrown at this wall? I think it might be mobs from that lane right there. Alright, here comes our assassins. We're just going to go ahead and Sparkle Party the assassin right off, since we do have that kitty cat pet. I had several people ask me why I didn't use Sparkle Party the last video, and it was because I just really wanted to kind of showcase the effectiveness of the geyser trap with assassin removal. Let's get a repair going there. Make sure the captain is good and dead. And we're just healing through Gribbs, and he's almost all the way down. So, Gribbs is done for, so we're in good shape there. Repairing walls while in combat definitely goes underappreciated in the game, I believe, as you can just repair through damn near any amount of damage as long as you get the repair going at a reasonable time. Let's see, let's do this lane some more. What else? Where are our bosses coming from? We've got a Cannon Ogre up top there and a Siege Roller here. So we know the Cannon Ogre could end up being a huge pain in the butt. Why don't we get a few more upgrades thrown around up here just to make sure that Cannon Ogre burns nice and fast. And do we have enough for anything here? It doesn't really look like it. I can get one of the sides. Was one side heavier than the other on Hex Throwers? 8 there, 4 there. So let's go ahead and get that side. And then I think that will get us going here. Let's check out Wave 4. Like I said, definitely an easier transition. Breaking into Chaos 6 just feels like it's so much easier after the challenge of dealing with assassins for the very first time. You're still getting some shots off there. Just keep getting the upgrades in here. We'll have one more good round of upgrades. We'll just have to look at where the bosses are coming from in Wave 5, assuming I clear this wave, of course. Hex Throwers are still getting tons of shots off. Same thing with here. You see the range on those guys. They are throwing from way, way back there. Those guys are just brutal. Okay, now here comes our Cannon Ogre, and the assassins will be coming soon too. I think what I want to do is try to get some stuns on this Cannon Ogre. Let that Flame Aura work just a touch. I'm going to have to get the stuns going on him right away as he is just smacking down that wall. That wall is going to be gone. Am I going to make it here? I can line of sight him. There we go. We're good. Man, Cannon Ogres are just so damn mean. They hit so hard. 2 seconds. There we go. We got our Sparkle Party off. And then now it's back over to Mr. Rollerville. So let's go ahead and get that repair going, as we're going to have some issues here. Ooh, I didn't get back here in time, so I'm going to have to put in some work here on this Siege Roller, and I'm at 2,000 health. This is bad news. Bad news! Luckily, he's all that's left, so there's no more assassins. I came over here just a little bit too late. I got a feeling I may end up losing my sub-objective here if I'm not super, super careful. Oof. The roller rockets just hit so dang hard. Am I going to be able to pull it off here? Oof, just barely. That was rough stuff. Got us a nice big ol'... Ooh, with refund servo. That's like a freebie instant upgrade for the walls. Let's see. I'm not gonna... Yeah, I might as well equip it right now. So where were we? We were about right there, right? That's a little bit back, a little bit too far. It was probably right here. Let's get that bad boy totem. 18,000 versus 13,000. Yeah, that's a sizable upgrade. So that's real nice for my wall. We got another roller coming. I'm just going to pop one upgrade on that over here just to be safe. And then we got a wall repair to do here, or a wall replacement. And let's see, what do we want to do from here? Let's upgrade both of those. We got a Draken Lord and a Quibs, so we can expect that wall to take some shots. This wall is clearly already taking shots. And we got a rough lane here too. We got a Hex Thrower boss here as well. Alright, let's crank this lane up. Get as much going right there as we can. And I think, I mean, this lane is pretty jacked up now. I think I'm just going to throw one more upgrade on the front of that lane and then save this 72 for repairs. Because I am without a doubt going to have to make some repairs this time. Let's get it going. Wave number 5. Can we get our very first Chaos 6 victory? After the last wave, I'm a little bit concerned. Wow, man, look at Sniper Warbly throwing from way back there. How crazy, man. Dude has got just map-wide aimbot. Oh, right in the face. Well, the sniper's down anyway. I'm gonna have to get on this wall right away. Rough stuff. A lot of geodes coming out of there, too. Okay, here comes the Draken Lord. Let's work on him right away. Got wrecked. Oh, he's going to get his shield off. He got his shield off just in time. This could be ugly. This could be ugly. Alright, we got the Draken Lord down. Quibs is ready to go now. Now Quibs is going to be throwing like a mofo. Let's see if we can't use that Sparkle Party to get the Assassins and Quibs there. Quibs wasn't having it. But he is down now. We've got one Assassin left. We don't have Sparkle Party available, and I'm going to lose that dang wall again. Jeez. Well, at least it's wave 5, so now I don't really care if I lose the sub-objective. And the Assassin is now gone, so it's just me and this roller. So I'm pretty confident I'm going to get the win, but boy, that definitely came at a price here. Actually, the roller is bugged. Look at that. He's... No, I unbugged him. He was bugged. I should have been a little more gentle. He looked like he was stuck. Try to avoid these roller rockets as best as possible. Get our kitty cat stun going as well. Oh, I still got wrecked. So yeah, that sub-objective is toast. But with just 3 million health left, I got no worries that I can get him killed before he gets down to the main core. Actually, we might even be able to save that sub-objective. Gonna be close. Yeah, we actually got the sub-objective saved. Awesome. So there we go. Chaos 6 Expeditions Mastered. I'm gonna have to do a bunch of Chaos 6 runs to get to that 5300 champion score. So I'll probably do another video, maybe with traps, in Chaos 6 here. But there we go. Chaos 6 for your very first time in 2020 as a brand new player. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to click that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I will be back soon with much more Dungeon Defenders 2. And don't forget, if you ever do want to get one of those Dungeon Defenders packs, no matter on what platform you're on, if you go through my referral link down in the description below, it will help out my channel and get you your goodies at the exact same time. So thank you all once again, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.